Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at the Battle of Wits category and the Battle of Wits Esbr. Now Battle of Wits is an interesting category. It's traditionally made up of Trunkses, Piccolos, Vegetos, because Vegeto's smart, I guess. It's kind of the category for smart units, or at least units that are using tactical prowess in combat. So not strictly speaking super smart units, like you don't just see Bulma in the category, even though she's obviously, I think, the smartest person in Dragon Ball. But yeah, basically it's great tactical fighters. So you find like a lot of Vegetos, a lot of Piccolos. Weirdly enough, not a lot of Vegetas. I don't know what the hell that says about Vegeta, but I mean there's some, especially when Vegeta's a villain. But yeah. Anyway, to cut a long story short, basically, the category is very interesting. There's a lot of ways to cut it. There's a lot of ways to kind of build it. In terms of leads, your three primary leads are the Strength, LR, Vegeta, and Goku. I highly suggest using these guys because I just really like running two of them if you have them. You have the Strength Carnival Goku, also not bad at all. You have the Tech Power Awakening Piccolo, also not bad in any way, shape, or form. So you have immediately three great leads. I think either lead is more than fine for this, so we're already kind of off to a good start when considering, like the Battle of Wits category. So I think straight away that's a really good sign. Aside from that, of course, we also have the alternative builds, which is kind of what I'm doing. So you can build like a Future Saga Time Travelers team with just a whole bunch of Trunkses. Android Cell Saga has some pretty decent selection of units. Vegeta's family you could probably build a team with. There are some Future Saga units you can build a team with. There is the Martian Brew Saga that you can build a team with. So yeah, but generally speaking, there's a few subcategories you could probably roll with. I would say if you don't want to go with specifically, if you don't have those three units, like a Future Saga team is probably the best. That's what I'm using. Or alternatively, Power Beyond Super Saiyan. Just kind of that kind of vibe. You could go in the Namekians, potentially. Power Awakening Piccolo, but there's no Nail. Like if Nail was in the Battle of Wits, then I probably would say like hell yeah. That'd be a really fun team to run, but he's not there, so it's not so fun a team to run. That makes sense. But yeah, pretty much super simple. Now, in terms of my team, like I said, I went for a Future Saga Time Travelers-esque team, which I think is a pretty straightforward team to build. So we are going under the premise of having the physical Time Travelers Trunks. Obviously, a unit that I guess has fallen off a little bit, but I don't know. I think only ever really a unit that's like one or two steps away from being completely viable for all the content again. Needs a first slot tank. Like I think that's what the Future Saga team needs a lot, because the Vegeta and Goku Blue Boys unit was kind of supposed to be their first slot tank, but it just didn't work out as well as you wanted it to. And I think that's really where Trunks is let down. But I think if you can have like a good first slot tank for this Trunks, I think things would be better for that Future Saga team. Like if they can just get a first slot unit, I mean Future Gohan's a great second slot unit, Trunks is a great second slot unit. You got tons of great supports, floating supports. We've got Trunks and Mai, we've got Trunks and Mai, we've got Trunks and Mai, we've got Mai. Yeah, like I said, lots of Mai's and Trunkses. But yeah, generally speaking, I do think they are really, really good. So I do think you should consider running them pretty well. We do obviously have Mai. We have Strength Mai specifically, very good floating support, sealing, damage reduction, like really just good stuff in general. We also have the AGL Trunks and Mai, also very strong, especially when the whole rotation is, AGL, or sorry, Future Saga units. Like it is a good foundation for that unit, very strong again, really good with their damage reduction. Their like overall output is really, really solid, and they can do some good damage. Obviously they don't get to take advantage of their full passive, because you're not facing it like as a master or anything like that in this specific ESBR, but I still think it's pretty good overall. Like, I still think it's a really solid, generally speaking, good functioning unit. Like, you just need to, especially if you're using items, like, they generally quite good with that damage reduction. Their defense gets to a decent position. They function pretty well. Like, I think overall they are a solid unit from that aspect. Of course, other things, we have the strength trunks in my. I think they're pretty solid. They have a good foundation as well. Like, they are a really good unit. I think they're a strong unit. I think they, generally speaking, are very reliable. I think they're like very capable. I think they, obviously benefit again from facing a time traveler. We don't have that, but generally speaking, the stunning they provide, the support they provide is really good. So they do bring a bit of that utility that we want for ESBR. I will say this team's not so ESBR centric. Like, I don't have AoE, I don't have a lot of stunning. I have a bit of sealing with strength Mai. I have a little bit of attack lowering with the AGL trunks in Mai. I have a little bit of stunning with strength trunks in Mai. But I'm not really like prioritizing just the ESPR based aspects of this. And I'm more just kind of rolling with whichever, if you know what I mean. Just kind of rolling with like the general units and just in general like the team that I'm using. So I don't think I have anything specific that I would say is amazing, but I will say that the team itself does tend to come together pretty decently, and I think overall gets the job done. Not necessarily the best team, like I will concede, of all the Battle of Wits teams that I built, could have probably built a better Battle of Wits team, like just a better Battle of Wits team overall. But I did enjoy this team. I did enjoy running this team. I liked the damage it could do. I liked the fact that it linked really nicely. I think, obviously I was missing a first slot tank and I was missing a bit of utility. I think I had enough to deal with the fights, but it was really the nice damage output of the Trunkses in the second slot that I think really, really helped. But I think really, like, overall, that's about it. At least in general. Of course, you can build your team however you want. Like I said, there's tons of other alternative options and routes to go with. You don't have to run your team like this. You don't have to use your units like this. Generally speaking, you can just run an alternative team to this, and you should be more than fine. I would not even say this is an optimal team. Like, I would say this is probably an average Battle of Wits ESPR team. I think Battle of Wits is just a bit of a weird category, so I just like to use trunks where I can. But you're welcome to use whoever. Realistically speaking, I think you'll end up having a good time. I do really like this AGL Super Saiyan 2 trunks, and I do wish I had more dupes in him. Like, he is just really cool, and I think he's actually really, really solid, and he's actually a good addition. He's good, basically, essentially. But I think overall, really, really cool, and I think a solid, fun unit that can really put out some good numbers actually when needed. So overall, I think that's really it from me. Honestly, not too much else that I would mention. I think if someone that's running a team or trying to run a team for this event, I think if you ran with this, you would have a decent time. You won't really struggle too much, and I think overall you'll probably come right. Just in general. Of course, to each their own. I do understand that it is probably not the first team that springs people's minds, and like I said, I would probably do Majin Buu Saga, personally speaking, like if I was me. But again, I do understand. So not going to critique or anything. Like, I do think, like, I do get, I do understand. So from that perspective, it does make a bit of sense. But other than that, that's pretty much it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, I will see you guys in the next one. So until then, take care, stay safe, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. So thanks for watching, and bye.